Might be the team, might be the camp, might be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. Stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breathe on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. It's the highest cruise a bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. Slip on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Slip on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Today, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, this is Madden NFL 21. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Tackle made at the 36-yard line. 4 yards on the pick.
From the 36, Tannehill. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
3rd and 12.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
They're on 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. The Titans were #1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
The Seattle Seahawks at 4-0 now. This last victory, not the rollover that some had expected against Miami Week 4, but they do get the W 31-23. And Russell Wilson continuing to be the story of the NFL the first month of the season. Threw 2 more touchdown passes. That's now 16 for him on the year, tied for the most through 4 games in NFL. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
On the move to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
On 2nd and 15 now. Tannehill.
I like the idea to make
touchdown Titans. A.J. Brown, 31 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
For a Seahawks.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Carson on the carry. He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. He got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Wilson 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
41-yard line.
Draw play. This is Carson. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans 34. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Fighting to stay up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Vic Beasley. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And that's exactly why Tennessee signed him. They want to see more of that from Vic Beasley, a sack there. And in 2019...
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Oh, bad Seattle memories on that sequence. Russell Wilson intercepted again by Malcolm Butler.
And let's face it, when we went into this game, were we not wondering, could that happen again? Would we have to talk about this? Would Malcolm Butler be able to pull it off? And he did.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. A gain of 6 there on first.
Davis. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down.
A first down carry for Henry. And some room to Derrick Henry all alone. The 20. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now the Titans defense gets set to go again. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
3rd down and 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1.
Titans 21. Seahawks nothing.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And now running right through it. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces. bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. It gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Not much there, only a yard.
2nd and 9.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
a 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
It's a gain of 3.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Running from the gun with Henry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Titans were #1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 8-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
But it's 4th.
There we go on 4th with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Again, Wilson. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They're going to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Wilson's pass.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
2nd and...
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
6-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And the tight end Olsen right side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Good for 11. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Wilson will throw again. They'll run the screen with Carson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
21. Greg Joseph set to kick off.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
CD, I want to sneak in a little NFC East talk here. I don't know what to make of this division. Through 4 weeks, they are a combined 3-12-1. The Eagles would actually be the division champs right now at 1-2-1. Washington and Dallas 1-3. The Giants certainly not out of it, even though, CD, they're 0-4 right now.
Yeah, this is unbelievable when you think about it. If we were talking soccer, we'd be talking relegation, wouldn't we? Right? Would this division even exist next year? But there is potential there. The Eagles came alive with a big win on Sunday Night Football, beating San Francisco in San Francisco. Washington, they're trying to hang in there. Dwayne Haskins has to play better. Dallas should be the team. They've got to fix their defense. And the Giants, they may be 0-4. They're going to fight hard, but I don't think they're contenders in this division. Greg Olsen was a big-time pickup for the Seattle Seahawks in the offseason. Spent the last 9 seasons with Carolina as an all-pro, Pro Bowl tight end, and did the same thing before that with the Chicago Bears. Now he moves to the Northwest and gives Russell Wilson a big-time target in the middle of the field. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And that is incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for John.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
15-yard line.
On first down, Wilson flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's always interesting when you get ready for a Seattle Seahawks game because when you think of their receivers, you think of these guys are going to be 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds out on the perimeter. But Tyler Lockett, he shatters all.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And sacked.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brings up
this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Right there, 54, right there.
Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
a gain of 5.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. On first down, Carson, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Rashaan Evans on the tackle. A gain of 4.
It's a throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
With that, let's look ahead to Week 5, Charles. Some of the big games coming up as we continue into October. Starts with a good one Thursday night, 3-1 Bucks. The 3-1 Chicago Bears. That's Brady versus Foles. I'm sure we'll hear plenty about that. And then Indianapolis and Cleveland. One of those teams, Charles, is going to be 4-1. What else do you have on the docket?
Yeah, well, don't forget Minnesota. They come off their first win. They go to Seattle, who's 4-0, and that's a Sunday nighter. And then the Chargers at New Orleans on Monday night. I think Justin Herbert having to face Tom Brady and Drew Brees in back-to-back weeks, not something you would dial up. But this kid seems up to the task. He's played well despite the fact the Chargers have struggled with their record.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
Light, camera, action.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's the end of the third.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Tempo, tempo.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson, flush to his right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Greg Olsen. And that's good for a Seahawks.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Wilson's
Picked off at the 14.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Come on, baby, we gotta do our job. We gotta do our job, man.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Tannehill now running the option to the right side. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, 34 yards. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for two. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the one.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No,
okay.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Tyler Lockett on the return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brings up second.
Now it's Carson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Seahawks
out of the gun. Here's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Play action. It's Wilson. And this one is incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
Derrick Henry.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
At the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee first.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
His path became similar.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
No good.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off the pass.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's first.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. He's at the 50, 30, past across the 20.
Oh, man, no.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out